Politics truly is downstream of the culture. This was confirmed to us when we went to Washington, D.C. the first time after making A Distant Thunder. We went with several legislators who were telling us that they realized now their hands were tied in what they could legislate by what was happening in the culture. They watched the product of Los Angeles work its way across the country, changing hearts, minds, polls, and ultimately our very laws along the way. In order to erase any remaining doubt any of you may have about the influence of culture, and particularly films and television, in our situation in our country, I want to share a very pertinent case study with you. These same legislators told us that about 15 years ago, activists came from the West Coast to find out how they could advance the homosexual political agenda. They were told something very simple. Go back west, make TV shows and movies, and that's what they did, and they were extremely successful. It was a strategic incremental steps, and I want to share this with you. One of the first movies that came out was a movie called Philadelphia. Put a very human face on a great tragedy, which was AIDS. That began a process. Next thing you saw, every single TV show had the gay best friend, who was usually actually the happiest person on the TV show. Then it moved its way on until Ellen came out of the closet, and now you had lead characters like Will and Grace. None of us should be surprised when we now see movies like Brokeback Mountain attacking an iconic figure of American manhood, the cowboy, and TV shows like the hit show Ugly Betty that now celebrates a 12-year-old gay brother. This is just a culmination of a trend that has been going on for quite a long amount of time. And it hasn't stopped there. Tony Perkins has been one of the boldest voices saying that this attack on traditional marriage wouldn't just stop with the homosexual agenda, that it would be followed by the polygamist and keep going from there. Once again, a liberal element within Hollywood has led the charge with a TV show called Big Love, also known as Polygamy Loves Company, a warm look at a man and his 3 wives. Unfortunately, this last week, Entertainment Weekly stated that transsexuals are now this season's hot new thing. Unless we draw a line, there is no limit to this envelope being pushed. Well, what has been the political impact of this? Because of a very strategic effort over 15 years, we now seem unable to pass a marriage amendment that just 10 years ago we did not even know that we needed. How did that happen? We abandoned the culture, and we lost many hearts and minds along the way. Many well-meaning people in the middle of America, who before might have pressured their legislators to pass a marriage amendment, have somehow been subtly changed without their even realizing it. Their traditional values have been bombarded and eroded by the culture that has been facing them every day. You see, there are those, like ourselves, on both sides that are firmly entrenched in their positions. Where we are losing America is that mushy middle that is so influenced by the culture. If we think that there's not a strategic liberal agenda in certain groups in Hollywood, then we are naive. If we abandon the culture, then we are to blame. You see, film is simply a wonderfully powerful tool, neither good nor evil, simply infused with the message of those who recognize its potential, and it is time that we recognize it.